I accidentally FaceTimed my boss.
But instead of showing my face, it revealed the darkest secret from my childhood that I thought I'd buried forever. Let me tell you about the worst and weirdest day of my life. It started with a FaceTime call, one I didn't mean to make, one that I shouldn't have made. But first, some context. I work for a medium-sized tech startup. I'm a back-end developer, not someone who usually has to deal with upper management. I've spoken to our CEO, Mike, maybe twice in 2 years.
He's this charismatic, always put together guy who used to be in the military or something. Anyway, we're nothing alike. Last month, I got promoted to a team lead role.
Pretty exciting, right?
Except I wasn't the only one promoted.
There was this other guy, Dylan. You know the type. Perfect smile. MBA from Stanford. Runs marathons for fun. I had this creeping feeling I was going to be compared to him non-stop. And I was right.
Within a week, Mike was setting up one-on-one check-ins with both of us, probably to decide who'd get the bigger
piece of the next project. Fast forward to last Thursday. It was late. I was working from home, debugging some awful code someone else had written.
I was exhausted. I had my phone on the desk, my iPad next to it, and my laptop in front of me.
I don't even remember exactly how it happened. Maybe I was reaching for my drink. Maybe my cat stepped on something.
But suddenly, my phone lit up FaceTime call to Mike. I froze.
Now, here's the important thing. I use my iPad for watching YouTube, Netflix, and other stuff.
Stuff I don't want my boss to see.
Stuff like a paused video from earlier that day. Not just any video, a home video from my childhood.
My iCloud had automatically synced a bunch of old files when I upgraded my iPad. I hadn't realized that some of the video stuff I hadn't seen in years had downloaded and even played back earlier that day.
I didn't even remember it until I saw
the tiny screen showing what was broadcasting to Mike. My heart dropped.
It was a video from when I was maybe 6 years old. I was sitting in the corner of a basement, rocking back and forth, talking to
something you couldn't quite see.
A shadow, a figure. My dad filmed it, and he was whispering,
"Tell it to go away, Costa.
Tell it it's not welcome here." The video looked wrong. The color was off. There was this faint humming noise in the background, like static and breathing mixed together.
I panicked and ended the call immediately, but it had already been 10 seconds. That's enough for someone to see everything. I sat there in silence.
I felt like I was 6 again, cold in that basement. See, here's the thing. My childhood was complicated.
My parents believed we were being visited. They said the house we lived in was on some kind of spiritual fault line.
That I was
sensitive to whatever passed through.
I'd always chalked it up to trauma. Maybe mental illness. Maybe just overactive imagination and sleep paralysis. But there were things I couldn't explain, like the burnt footprints on our ceiling.
Or the way our dog refused to enter my room. Or how I had recurring dreams of someone with no face standing over my bed whispering my name in a voice that sounded like me.
When I moved out at 18, I buried all of that, mentally and digitally. Or so I thought. The next morning, I dreaded checking my phone.
But there it was, a message from Mike. "Hey,
let's talk. Zoom at 10. I didn't sleep the night.
My mind ran through a million scenarios.
When I joined the Zoom call, Mike didn't look angry. Just
curious.
He asked, "Was that real?" I didn't even ask what he meant.
I just said, "Yes." And then he told me his story.
Back in his army days, he and a small
team were sent into a supposedly abandoned village during a night OP.
What they found was a hut in the center burned to the ground, but untouched by weather. Inside was a circle of handprints charred into the stone floor.
No one else believed me, he said, but I saw it move. I didn't know what to say.
We sat in silence.
Then he said, "I think we need to talk off the record." The next day, Mike showed up at my apartment. No assistant. No
driver. Just him and a manila folder. Inside were photos from different years,
different continents. Each one showed a child alone, staring at something the camera just missed.
In every photo, there was a distortion, a blur, a shadow. One photo was from 1986. It was of me, a photo I'd never seen before. He looked me in the eye and said, "You were chosen, Costa, but not by them."
By it. I know how this sounds. I wouldn't believe me either.
But, since that day, things have started happening again. Lights flickering, doors opening on their own.
My dreams are getting longer, more vivid.
The whisper is back, and this time, it's calling itself Echo. I haven't been to work in a week.
Mike said he'd cover for me.
But yesterday, he called and said one sentence. "It's coming through again. I think you're the key. I don't know what to do."
but I think I need to go back.
To the basement. To the